There we go. This is what I got so far. I did a little bit of horizontal streaming, but those never get views. Not on mobile. So I decided to switch over to vertical. Someone made a comment earlier that these are golden teachers, and I've honestly never gotten a golden teacher to fruit, so I don't know if that was correct, but I thought golden teachers were supposed to have really thick stems. But like I said, I've never actually gotten them to fruit, so it's not like I would really know. But these have extremely thin stems, which made me think it was something like Burma, which is a more tropical species. I don't know, it just looks more tropical to me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get down on my hands and knees and crawl around. There's a bunch of nasty looking ones right here I'm not gonna harvest. It's right up in here. They can stay. But there are some around it that look just right. Ooh, this one's been out here for a minute. Got some more beautiful ones out here. The deeper you go in the grass, the more you find. You'll move a few blades of grass over, and it'll just be like a hidden little world. World of fungus. Just chilling. These are real healthy. So I'm trying to be careful. Let's see, where's the next patch? Oh, it's right there. Hello, person here. How you doing? We're getting a bountiful harvest today. This is amazing. I've got so much activity around me. It's like there's animals running around in the woods right there. There's squirrels and other vermin jumping around above me in the trees. And there's, of course, birds everywhere, which I love. I'm not complaining. I intentionally set this yard up to be as hospitable to the wildlife as possible. Because humans suck. And I'd prefer the wildlife over a human any day. Unless it's a human I love. But those are becoming more and more rare by the second. Over here, oh look, there's some stragglers right down here. Oop. There's some stragglers right down here. I'm not sure if that picked up. Gotta be gentle. And look, this, I thought I was grabbing one mushroom. No, I was grabbing a cluster. But there's the next patch. Let's go get them. Ooh. Ooh. Can you believe I was actually going to cut the canopy over this part of my yard? What a fool I would have been. There's a big one right here. Beautiful. There's a good cluster right here. A really good cluster. I was trying to grow some mushrooms like this on my own just for fun, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I am purely going to focus on my business mushrooms from here on out because I obviously don't have to try to cultivate these on my own. They'll just grow. So why would I waste my time trying to specifically grow them when I could just let nature do its thing? When I know that reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, and shiitake are not going to just start growing out here like these did. So I've had to pivot so many damn times this year, but honestly, I've had to pivot so many damn times in my life that I'm used to it, so I'm not too salty. But at the same time, it's like, couldn't do this 5 years ago? Why'd you... That's cool. I need to focus on my business more anyways. But yeah, like anytime I try to cultivate these kind of mushrooms on my own, they get contaminated, and I don't get fruits. So it's more frustrating than invigorating to continue trying to cultivate this kind of mushroom. Especially when nature said, "Hey buddy, I can do that. I can pick that up for you. You focus on your thing. I can focus on my thing." And I've decided to listen. I'm going to listen to nature. I'm going to trust it. And the great thing about this, it's not illegal. Like, I didn't do this. The weird thing about these kinds of mushrooms is it's legal to buy the spores, it's legal to buy live culture, it's legal to buy all the equipment, but if you do anything with it, you and Johnny Law may have a problem. But if they just grow in nature, grow in your yard, as long as you ain't trying to sell them to people, I don't think it's illegal. They're gonna make my yard a quarantine zone. I live in Texas. I don't think that's gonna work. So we got another beautiful patch over here. Before the election, so of course things may have changed, though I doubt it. The DEA released a statement like around August, like so about a year ago, to reiterate to people, hey, mushroom spores in live culture are completely legal. You can buy and sell them all day long. So that signals to me that the DEA and the US government in general, it does not weed, where it's like, what? We don't care. Texas didn't pick up on the whole weed thing, unfortunately, but they haven't. And it's weird because not that Texas hasn't picked up on the whole weed thing. That makes sense. Texas is weird. I love Texas, but it is weird here. So they skipped the weed, and they're like, mushrooms are cool though. But California said, no, you got it backwards. Weed is okay, mushrooms aren't. So, like, you can't buy or sell any of the mushroom equipment in California. But in Texas, it's like, yeah, dude, do whatever. You do you. But when it comes to weed, Texas is like, oh my God, you immoral heathen. I don't get it. I really don't get it. This whole damn country don't make sense. What am I talking about? I don't get it. I don't get any of it. Like, I don't get California. I don't get Texas. I don't get any of it. None of it makes sense. I mean, I get it from a legal standpoint. Like, there's state laws, there's federal laws, and different things of that nature. State regulations and federal regulations. And those are going to differ between states. federal law is federal law, but, state laws differ. It feels like federal law, they're trying to get rid of that as a concept. So it'll all be state law, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I understand why people would hate a federal centralized government, but at the same time, it's like, we kind of need standards, guys, right? At least I think so. And that's what I look at federal regulations as. They're just standards. Tighten this, give it a spin. There we go. Look at the happy magic trail. Man. Here's a real good one. And earlier when I said, if there's mushrooms growing in your... earlier when I said that if there's mushrooms growing in your yard and you don't try to sell them, I think you're good. And part of the reason I wanted to make that point is because I am not selling these. There are people, like family members, that think I am just beyond stupid and would try to start a business selling mushrooms I pick in my backyard. These kinds of mushrooms. Like, I don't know, it's like, do they think I'm really stupid or are they really stupid? I don't know. It's like, do you seriously believe that's the plan? Do you really think that's what I'm trying to do? Do you really believe that's what I've been trying to build? You know you have no control over this. This is just nature. So it'd be kind of weird for me to try to form a business around it, especially since, like I said, these are legal if you just grow them in your yard. Like if they're just growing in your yard, it's legal because you can't control that. But if you were to try to then go and sell them to somebody, well, congratulations, you're a felon. And I don't know if you know this, but felons are morons. It is difficult to get a felony. You have to be so beyond stupid to do that. And if you're watching this right now and you have a felony, I think you'd probably agree with me, wouldn't you? So, do they think I'm that dumb, or are they that dumb? That's the question. I think I know the answer, but I'll keep it to myself for now. Let's see if they keep pushing. Because I don't mind spilling the tea. I'll spill all the tea. And it's like family members that are doing it, so I have all the tea to spill. You freaking morons! Oh, well, I guess I just spilled the tea. I think they're the idiots. I don't think they think I'm that stupid. I think they're just being difficult. I think they're just doing it to make themselves feel better. How or why, I don't know. But that's the only conclusion I've been able to come to. The only one that makes sense, anyways. We're not done, guys. There's still so much more. And this is what we got so far. Just keep going. Hello, people here. How y'all doing this morning? I'm doing so freaking amazing. I'm having an amazing morning, y'all. Down here. Hey, bug, go away. My mushroom. I mean, there's gotta be animals that eat these things, right? I mean, cows probably do. That's how the spores get in their poop, right? I don't have cows. I'm just saying. But seriously, I think I know where all these spores came from. Like the spores that created these mushrooms. And it actually genuinely has nothing to do with me. I live so close to a train station, and they like close to silos and stuff like that, grain silos and different kinds of storage. And there's a side road you can go down to get to the downtown area of my city, and I'll ride my bike on that street to cut through. And there has been quite a few times where it's like, oh, yep, shipment of manure just came in, and like I could smell it on my porch, you know what I mean? But I can especially smell it if I'm riding my bike down to downtown. What do you think is in the manure? Spores. Why am I able to smell it? Because the container that they were transporting it in was opened up for transportation, like unloading and stuff like that on the train. What is Texas? It's flat. It's a giant prairie, so the wind is constantly blowing. You see where I'm going with this? Like I'm I'm really trying to stress the fact that this is random. I don't have control over stuff like this. Everything in my mushroom farm I have complete control over, but stuff in my yard is just stuff in my yard. Yeah. There's ants. Just run around, ants, and spread your... Yeah, actually, I'm not going to harvest those. I'm just going to throw them over there. Too many insects. Here's a couple little baby mushrooms. There's another mushroom there. These are fresh, the little baby mushrooms. They got perms, stems, and caps. It's like plucking a flower. More patches over here. Hello, person here. How's your morning going? I'm out here harvesting mushrooms, if you can't tell. It's starting to get hot. It gets hot so fast out here in Texas. So you really got to get out here early if you're going to do anything outside. But I finally managed to sleep in a little bit this morning. I found a solution for my tooth pain, which is just medicine. Lots and lots of medicine. Ooh, there's a real big one. Let's go together. This one's real nice size and it looks super fresh. Yeah, this looks super fresh. Oh, and there's other mushrooms growing. Yeah, this is firm. Firm stem and cap. Let's get your siblings or your children. Trying to decide if I want to harvest. Get this one. This one right here, I'm just going to leave. Any more? Did I get all of them? All the ones worth picking? There's one right there. Yeah. It's like a little daisy just chilling in the middle of a field. Oh, another patch. This is so cool. Believe it or not, I have not eaten a single mushroom. I just really like doing this. And I'm not selling them either. I'm just... Really, what I do with a lot of them is I throw them in different parts of my lawn to spread the spores so that I have more to come out here and harvest. It's like a game to me. It's just a fun activity. Kind of like a Where's Waldo book, but where's a mushroom field? Any more patches? They like to hide. Like I said, they hide in the grass, so you got to be careful. people walking around. Just a straggler over here. I thumped it. I don't know if you saw that, just to spread the sport. That might be it, other than just random stragglers, you know. It looks like it's just going to be random stragglers from here, so let's go. This moat I dug around this garden, it was to control flooding, and whenever I see mushrooms growing in here, it's always ink cap. Like inside the ditch. Yuma, can you eat them? That's cool, that's peaceful, I like it. Yes, you can eat them, yes, it's cool, and yes, it's peaceful, and I like it as well. Thank you. Thank you, Yuma. You know, my tripod. I was spinning it the wrong way. Oops. Are you having a good morning, Yuma? Or wherever you are? A good time? Yes, I'm wearing socks and sandals. Come on, tighten. Oh, yeah, I forgot this one's gonna do it a certain way. You know what? Screw the tripod. Let's just go together. But yeah, usually when I find stuff in the little moat area, it's ink caps, decomposers. This was popcorn. This was millet. I didn't cover any of it, so the birds had themselves a time. Awesome, Yuma. Liz, by the way. Oh, hey, Liz. But I'm glad to hear you're having a good morning, Liz. These are tomato plants. Let me get a little bit better angle. These are tomato plants, and they're doing really, really well. And the birds, they're not going to mess with the tomato plants like they did with the millet and the corn plant. Popcorn plant. It's not like regular corn, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I'm just out here trying. I think that's a piece of corn. I think that's an ear of corn. Right? Yeah, it feels like it. Okay. I take it back. I do know what I'm doing. I am the most professional that's ever worked in a profession. This back here is all just flowers I planted. It was much more illustrious recently. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. But there was a lot more built up right here. But the millet and stuff was getting so destroyed by the birds that I decided to just cut it all down and let the grass die, well, obviously, and the plant matter just go back into the soil. So I also cut that, like this, and also this in between area, I cut it as well. And this patch is nothing but flowers, and I didn't really plant any flowers behind this patch. This back here just happened. So that was awesome. But thank you for noticing the flowers. I love them. And these flowers, the best thing about them, the zinnia, hummingbirds will swoop by and drink the nectar directly out of the flowers. So in my front yard, on my porch, I have a lot of hummingbird feeders set up. But that was before I knew that they would just come drink from these kinds of flowers. So, I'm still going to keep them out there, of course. But it's good to know that hummingbirds will also just kind of swoop by and drink the nectar out of these kinds of flowers as well. But we're here for mushrooms, guys. We're not here for flowers. Oh yeah, and all up in this woods you could probably hear the animals. Trying to keep my camera angled so I don't invade my neighbor's privacy. It is getting hot. I'm gonna have to take a shower when I go back in. Let me move this out of the sun. Speaking of heat, that's how many mushrooms I harvested this morning. So a really good amount, I think. I'm happy with it. Not I think I'm happy with it. I think it's a good amount, and I am happy with it. Let's see. I think I got them all. There may be some little stragglers like that. I'm not gonna harvest them. I'm gonna let them hang out and sporulate. I think I got them all. All the patches, at the very least. Reattaching this to the tripod. Bear with me, folks. Alright. I'm gonna go sit down for a moment. How's it going? So, this is my harvest. I know I just showed it a moment ago, but I'll do it again. Looks like about 60, 70 mushrooms, something like that. I'm not going to bother weighing any of it. I'm just going to grab them and... No, I don't want to die. Not today. Once I hit around 75, I feel like that'll be good. I feel like I will have gotten my fill of life, and I will drift peacefully into that sweet good night. Like, right? 75, that's enough. Like, you've gotten enough life at that point. Am I crazy? I'm trying to get my vape. Liz, did you name your profile Yuna like after Yuna from Final Fantasy X? Or like from Yuna, like Yunalesca, the evil person from Final Fantasy X, or what? Just out of curiosity, I'm just curious. I thought it was Yuma at first, so I didn't notice, or I didn't make the connection to Final Fantasy at first. I love Yuna. I think she's one of the best Final Fantasy characters ever. I know, it's so exciting. I got more plants. You know what? I'll do that in a minute. Let me just finish vaping a little bit. Take these gloves off too. Because it's getting hot out here. It is. The temperature is rising, so my hands are sweaty. No, not really. I don't even know them, but that sounds really cool. Okay. Final Fantasy X is a PS2 game. That's where I played it, PlayStation 2. But I'm pretty sure it's been re-released on everything. But that's cool that you haven't heard of them. And Yuna, not Yunalesca, she's really cool. Yunalesca, though, she's brutal. She basically perpetuates the vicious cycle of Spira. I know that I know that means nothing to you, but just putting it out there. Kind of getting all my stuff together. This is a mulcher. If you didn't know, if you're wondering what the heck that was. This is a selfie stick. Now let's go look at the Hawaiian baby wood rose. These are some of the things I am absolutely the most proud of right now. It's 9 p.m. here. Where is here? It is 9:44 a.m. here, so 12 hours ahead. China, maybe? I don't know. China would be 24 hours ahead, so it's actually 9:44 there too, a.m. I know that's not true. I'm gonna go put my gloves back on. Grabbing a different pair, a little bit more heavy duty for gardening. I'm joking around, Liz. I don't know nothing about nothing, to be honest. Like I was about to do, this is right here, this is nightshade. This is an invasive species that does not belong in my garden, so I am yanking it out. up around this plant real quick. Got a bunch of weeds. Okay. Now that you can actually see the wood rose, cut some more weeds. But yeah, as far as my garden goes, this is what I'm most proud of right now. It's a Hawaiian baby wood rose. They're kind of like morning glory plants, but not. Thank you, Liz. That one's doing really good, but I'm starting to see a little bit of spotting on the leaves. So I do need to take care of that, but I don't know how. It might just be sun exposure, or maybe it's disease. I'm not sure. This is my other Hawaiian, and this one is doing most excellent. Look at that giant leaf right there. And it has another leaf that's getting ready to open right here. Yeah, another leaf. And I've been building up the roots. So anytime it gets a little bit taller, I'll build up the dirt around the roots so that it can become more secure. And I've got one more Hawaiian over here, but it's not doing very well. It was originally the most healthy, but things have taken a turn for the worse, it seems. But it does have new growth coming out of the top, so maybe the worst of it is over. And, you know, like I was saying, anytime it gets a little bit taller, I build up the roots like I am right now. Anytime it gets a little bit taller, I'll build up the dirt to create stronger roots. Because I got a feeling this winter is going to be brutal, y'all. So they're going to need all the help they can get. Look, did I just see another patch? I think I did. Did that come up since I started streaming? Because I feel like I would have noticed this when I was doing my overview. Sure. But the Hawaiians, they're very tropical. Like, they grow in tropical environments. And same goes for these mushrooms. So, I mean, I know global warming is happening. I know climate change is happening. But I did not expect this part of Texas to turn into a tropical jungle. But here we are, guys. This part of Texas is a tropical jungle now. I'm cool with it. I'm okay with that. But I didn't sign up for it either. You know what I mean? I didn't get to make that decision. which I don't know if anyone does, so. Yeah, I'm not gonna harvest those. See if I missed another patch. Fine. Just looking around, making sure I got everything. I thought I had a moment ago, but obviously not. Found another patch. Oh, about to put my face on cam. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. That would be so cool. Thank you. If you already have, thank you. Yeah, I agree with you, Liz. And see, I thought originally your comment right here, maybe it doesn't get enough sunlight. That was my original thought. Or, I take that back. I thought that it was doing the best because it wasn't getting as much sunlight as the other two. So, like, my thinking was maybe the other two are getting too much sun and it's damaging the leaves and affecting the photosynthesizing and stuff like that. But now the one that is more in the shade is doing worse than the ones that get brutal amounts of sun. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I was wrong about that then. So I just got to do more experimenting, and once they start to bloom, because they're flowers, the roses, Hawaiian baby wood rose, once they start to flower, I'll harvest the seeds and I will do some experimenting, like put some directly in the sun, be like, okay, are you like a poppy? Do you want brutal, intense heat and sunlight like a poppy does? Or do you want something more shaded, but just maybe more nutrition in the soil? Or do you like something that's nice and in between? It's just all things I have to find out.